Mm-hmm. 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 Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude, and I am here to review The Wolf of Wall Street. The Wolf of Wall Street is directed by Martin Scorsese. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, Kyle Chandler, Rob Reiner, Jon Bernthal, Jon Favreau, Dujardin, the actor from The Artist, Margot Robbie, and Matthew McConaughey. This film is based on a true story about this man named Jon Bernthal, where he is just the life of a party. He's being wealthy, living off as a stockbroker, and he's reaching to the highest of the high. But then it all falls down when it all goes into corruption, chaos comes, and there's crime, troubles. You guys could kind of get the idea. I honestly didn't know what to expect from this film. I know a lot of people were so excited for this film, and I do know a lot of people love this film. In fact, I've seen a lot of top 10 best movies of 2013 lists being their #1 best film of 2013. I know you guys are questioning right now, how come this movie was not on my best list? I am in the minority here. One time was just enough with this film. This film was so close to getting in my worst list. But you know what? I'm going to be generous with The Wolf of Wall Street, and I'll tell you why. Definitely the biggest plus with this film are the performances. The performances are top notch. They are awesome. They are at the top of their game. Leonardo DiCaprio, fantastic. He was on fire in this movie. Really good. He really carried it. Even though I was not enjoying myself, at least the performances helped me get through the 3-hour time. That's another thing. This is a 3-hour film, but I also gotta say, the 3-hour timing actually goes by fast, and that actually makes me happy since I was not really enjoying this film. That's another plus. The first 40 through 50 minutes of the film was actually really awesome. Matthew McConaughey was only in this film for 15 minutes in the first 40 to 50 minutes, and I wish he was in more of the film because Matthew McConaughey, for the 15 minutes he had in this film, he was awesome, and definitely one of the most memorable scenes in this film, the scene that will always stick with me since I didn't enjoy that film that much, will always be that dun, that was an awesome scene. I laughed at that scene. So I was smiling watching this film for a while. But after that, I'm going to go ahead and just say the first 50 minutes. After that first 50 minutes, I was already tired of this film. I was sick and tired of the experience of The Wolf of Wall Street. Because the 3-hour movie, all I felt like I was watching is just people doing cocaine. I'm seeing sex. I'm seeing a ton of annoying shouting. Characters being so despicable. But that's actually the least of my problems. But one of the pluses with The Wolf of Wall Street was Kyle Chandler. I thought Kyle Chandler was really good, and I enjoyed this whole police plot. But you just don't get enough of Kyle Chandler. I felt like if we got more focus with Kyle Chandler and the whole police thing, and how they're tracking down Jon Bernthal and all that stuff, I felt like I could have enjoyed this film more because I would have rather seen more of that than to just see 3 hours of people doing cocaine, being so totally corrupt and fucked up, just shouting all over the place, and plus F-bombs going everywhere. Plus, yes, this is actually the film that broke the record for the most F-bombs. Congratulations, Martin Scorsese. The uses of F-bombs just get so tiring, so unnecessary, that it just made the dialogue seem off after a while. I also gotta say, some scenes in this movie were so painful to watch. They were just so annoying. Unbelievably annoying. Definitely the most annoying moments are where characters are just shouting at each other, where Jordan Belfort, Leonardo DiCaprio, is shouting at his wife, and they try to make it all funny, but it was not funny, it was uncomfortable, and it was frustrating. Oh my gosh. The scene I absolutely could not stand sitting through was the scene that just involved Leonardo DiCaprio sitting down, him crawling to his car, and basically it's him and Jonah Hill at the house. They're kind of like, oh yes, oh yeah, oh my word. The plot to me was just kind of there. I didn't feel anything groundbreaking in the plot. I didn't feel anything that interesting about the plot because, like I said, most of the movie is just them doing cocaine, them shouting, having sex, blah, blah, blah. And people are also saying how hilarious this movie was. Like, how absolutely gosh darn hysterical it is. But I honestly don't think this was a funny movie. I believe I laughed at 6 parts overall in The Wolf of Wall Street. 6 very funny moments, and that was it. Overall, I just don't see what's the big deal with The Wolf of Wall Street. It's not my favorite movie of the year. It's not the best movie of the year. It was actually close to making it in my worst list. I was generous with The Lone Ranger. That was another film that was close to being my worst list, but I decided to give it my very generous okay rating, and I'm going to do the same for The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm going to give it a very, 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 very generous 2 out of 4 stars, and I'm being very generous just because the performances are just so astounding. I did enjoy the final 30 minutes of the film, I will say that. It stopped being preposterous, it actually got interesting, the storyline was actually going somewhere. I just didn't find myself having much fun with the film. I almost hated it. Like I said, I'm going to be very, very generous and give it 2 out of 4 stars on The Wolf of Wall Street. That's my own opinion. If you love it, great. Me, never gonna watch it again. That's all I'm gonna say. I am 22 Tiger Dude. Don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!